Hello, everyone, and welcome in to another episode of Pick and Roll with the Presley Bros. So glad that you've joined us here. We're about to finish up 2025, Dalton, and it's been an awesome start to the college basketball season. And we're really glad that you've tuned in with us. If you've watched before, if this is your first time, we really appreciate it. Like, rate, subscribe, do all those things. We'd really appreciate it. Super excited about this episode. But Dalton, have you recovered from your trip?
Yes, I have been out of town for like 2 weeks almost, and I finally got some rest in my own bed, and that was so nice. But we appreciate all the people subscribing to the channel. Please bring some people with you. We hit 50, which was Tucker's mark. I've said from the beginning that we're on our
51
way to
subscribers,
100.
baby.
We're on our way to 100 subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel. Please let us know your thoughts, questions. If you have any questions, let us know. We'd love to answer those. We'd like to make I think we would like to make a segment eventually of like answering your questions about college basketball.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in. And we're really excited that this channel is grown. I mean, it's grown pretty quick, relatively quickly, honestly, so far, I think. So not like incredible, but we're getting like 10 subscribers a week. It's only been like
it's been 2 months.
Month and a half.
Yeah.
2 months. So, but it's been really good. I've really enjoyed it.
I have too, man.
Hopefully we continue to grow this channel and we just love college basketball. So
that's it. Yeah, man. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Hey, we got a great episode today. We're going to start by talking about the best games of the non-conference slate. So pretty much at this point, there's actually conference games already happening. But everybody's finishing up non-conference play or has already finished up non-conference play. And pretty much this week was like, tune-up games against bad opponents, like just getting you ready for conference play. There was no big matchups. There hasn't been anything really to react to. So we're not going to react to games today. So what we're going to do is talk about what we think are the best games of the non-conference. And when we say best games of the non-conference, like, I think we all understand what a good game is. Like nobody's going to pick a 20-point win as one of the best games, right? Like it's got to be a close game, and it's got to be, kind of back and forth and neck the whole time. But there is a bit of subjectivity here, like some opinion baked in, because what I think is best may be different from what you think is best, Dalton. Like I personally like a really high scoring game where teams are trading buckets back and forth. Like that's what I like. Some people may prefer like a defensive struggle. I don't know. But best games of the non-conference. We've had a ton of great games. Dalton, I'll let you start. What do you think was the best game of the non-conference?
My favorite game of the non-conference was probably Arizona at UConn.
That was a good one.
Which also is probably one of the best wins of this season.
Yeah.
And I think Arizona has two or three of the best wins of the season so far. And they're just an incredible team. But going into UConn and beating them on their home floor is impressive, no matter what.
Yeah.
Jaden Bradley scored 21 points to lead Arizona past UConn. They were number 4 at the time. UConn was number 3, but he came alive. He came alive in the second half and just took it home. It was a really high level game, good defensive game. I mean, it was 71-67, and no team shot the lights out. I mean, field goal. Both team, Arizona shot 46%, UConn shot 45%. Arizona only made 2 threes, 2 of 10 from 3, and still won the game by 4. UConn was 8 of 25.
Yeah.
So it was just a really great game. I think the big difference here was the points in the paint. I think this is where they were really missing Terrence Reed. They didn't have him yet, and this is where they really missed him. The difference between there was 42-24 for Arizona.
Yeah,
that's killer. I think that's really what did it, is missing their big guy and probably their best player this season. If not their best player, their second best player, only behind Solo Ball. I would put him only behind Solo Ball.
Yeah, he's probably better than Solo Ball. Dalton, I want to say Arizona was missing somebody too. I'm trying to see
Let
if
me
I
go
can
look and see.
find that because I thought it may have equaled out, but I may be thinking of another game.
They
But
had all they had their starting 5.
okay,
So,
well, it may not
I
be
mean,
that game then.
They had Jaden Bradley, Braden Burries, Ivan
Koa.
Karshenkov, Koapi, and Mo Krivas.
So, okay, it may have been
So,
another game. I wonder
but
how that would have turned out
yeah,
had Terrace Reed play. However, you're playing at UConn. You had the home advantage. It was rowdy in there, and
yeah,
Arizona still went in there and won that game. That's one of the best wins in the country. I don't care if you have Terrace Reed or not.
yeah. It's an incredible win,
So,
no doubt about it. I like you kind of said you liked high scoring. I like a kind of a mixture of both. If defenses are so good, but the offense is just better, that they're scoring a lot, that's fine. But I don't want a game that's like 100-95 because there's no defense.
yeah,
Like
I can see that.
that's a great game, obviously, but it's just to me it's annoying because it's like, okay, can you just guard the guy? Like, why are you just
Can
letting?
you
It's
get a
like
stop?
almost like you. Yeah, it's like almost like you're just letting him go to the rim or shoot a 3
Hey,
wide open every single time.
well,
That's how it feels
you're
like Alabama
trained.
basketball.
That's what I was about to say. You're trained to hate those type of games because Alabama plays in them all the time, and we're like, can you guys get a stop? And they
Yes,
cannot
it
against
is so
Kennesaw State
frustrating.
or whoever they played the other night. I can't even remember off the top of my head, but
Yeah,
Yale,
yeah. Well, the other team, I can't remember who they played the other day, but they let them score like 50 points and a half, and it was
Kennesaw
like
State.
Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
Yeah, like oh my
All right,
goodness.
let's get off Alabama
Anyways,
here.
yeah, let's hop off. But that was probably my favorite game of the season
Okay.
so far. What about yours?
I I've got a few here, but if I had to pick the one best game, I'm gonna pick Texas Tech versus Duke in MSG. This just
Yeah, that was
happened
an
like
awesome game.
like a week and a half ago, and like it didn't look like it was going to be a good game. Like Duke was in control; they're up by 10 at halftime. I think they ended up getting up by like 16 or 17. Was the
Actually,
largest
I think they ended up getting by 22.
20. I don't know if it was that high, but you may be right.
Let me go
Um,
look real quick.
But man, we talked about this game a couple weeks ago. Texas Tech just kept fighting and kept fighting and kept fighting, and they were making some big buckets in the second half in crunch time, and in the second half of the second half. Um, Dude, Christian Anderson was awesome. That
Oh man,
dude is
incredible.
awesome. He just made some big time buckets in that game. Of course, JT Toppin got it right that time,
There
Dalton,
you go.
not Opie. Um, JT Toppin was awesome as well. I mean, I'm looking at this box score here. I mean, Cameron Boozer was insane too, but JT Toppin
Yeah.
had 19 and 10. DeJuan Watts had 20 and 6, and he fouled out and was out like with
Mhm.
8 or 9 minutes to go, I feel like it was. Christian Anderson had 27, 3, and 5. He was so good. But just the way Texas Tech kept fighting and fighting and fighting against this team that had not lost a game yet.
Yeah.
And Cameron Boozer was having a solid game. It didn't look good for them, but they kept fighting, crawled their way back, won the game. I love that game. I thought it was a lot of fun.
And
I'm
you
looking
called
at
it.
what I called it. I did call that
You called
game.
me and texted me and said Texas
I
Tech
did.
is gonna beat Duke tonight. And by
Yeah.
the way, their largest lead was 17, so I was wrong
17.
and you were
But
closer.
still, I mean, like
Yeah.
17 is if Duke has a 17-point lead on you, you're thinking game over. Anybody's thinking that.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way,
I thought it was too.
let's see, their lowest, let's see, at one point, Duke had the high, it looks like the highest was a 98.4% chance to win in uh I guess like this is like the end of the first half here. But
Yeah.
oh, no, I'm sorry, second half with 16:31 left. They had a 98.4% chance to win the game.
Man.
And that was when they were up 56-40. So, um, or 58-41, that is. So that was when they were up by 17. You got a 98.4% chance to win the game, and Texas Tech crawls back in it. And man, that was an awesome, awesome game.
It really was.
High level basketball game in MSG. So that was my favorite game of the non-con. You have another one?
Yeah, my next one would probably be Nebraska versus Illinois. And the reason why, well, first of all, it was an incredible game, but another reason why is because I think Nebraska put the whole entire NCAA on notice with this win.
Yeah.
I thought they were frauds. I was just like, they've played nobody. Yeah, they beat Creighton and Wisconsin, but if you've watched
Not
college
good.
basketball this season, they're not good. Neither one of those teams are good. So I was just like, Nebraska's going to get handled by Illinois soundly. I didn't say it in our video, but I really thought it was going to happen because Illinois is a good team. But man, I don't know. I know Bryce Sanford. He's probably not going to perform like that every time. He had 26 in the first half.
Yeah, I think he finished like 31.
Finished with 32, and his career high
Okay.
was 28. 28.
We
So
got it.
he was only 2 points shy of his career high. But man, this team was so impressive. This team really reminded me of the I think 2015 Wisconsin team with Frank Kaminsky. I think it was 2015.
That's
That
lofty.
that's what this team really reminds me of. I'm not going to say they're going to make it to the championship game, but just the way they play, they take care of the ball. 1 through 5 can shoot threes because their best player is their center. Bryce Sanford had the best game, but their best player is Rink Mast. He's averaging, let me look at his game real quick. He's averaging 17 points per game, 7 rebounds a game, and 3 assists a game.
That's really good. That's like Big
But
Ten Player of the Year candidacy.
yeah, that is a high level stats there. And this guy, they shot 52% overall, 46% from 3, 12 of 26, and total
What
turnovers
from 3?
12 of 26, 46%.
That's solid. That's very
And
solid.
only 6 turnovers. And it was a back and forth game the whole way. First half, 37 to 37 points. And then in the second half, it was 43 to 43 because I forgot his name. Sorry, let me go look at it. It just slipped my mind. Tomislav Ivisic hit the 3 to tie the game to 83-83. And then Jamarcus Lawrence goes down and hits a crazy game winner over. And he said, I said this in our video not too long ago because this game was just a few weeks ago. He said right when I shot it, I knew it was going in.
It looked good.
But man, we've had a few. It did. We've had a few crazy games, some game winners, but I think just the impressive factor of Nebraska made this game a little bit better to me than the BYU, maybe even the BYU Clemson game. So that would probably be my second one, and my other one that was also Texas Tech versus Duke. I just don't think you cannot put that one in.
That was a great
as
game.
One of the best games in the non-conference because Duke hadn't lost a game yet. Everyone's saying, man, they're asking, are they better than the team last year? We've already said we don't think they are. But Texas Tech just proved that even though they've struggled in these big games, they finally got that statement win.
They did.
So I'm proud of Texas Tech. I love JT Toppin. I love their coach. I love that team.
Yeah, Grant McCaslin's good. I'm telling you, man, if they still had Darian Williams, they would be a force. Let me say something about that Nebraska game. So, you pick 2 games where the visitor goes in and beats the home team. And typically that is a making for a really good game, especially when they're close and especially when there's a buzzer beater and you silence the crowd. That's the makings of a really great game. And that game was good with Nebraska. I will say Nebraska, I mean, they were in it the whole time. It was no fluke. This was no then they were in control for a lot of it. So this was not like a fluke. I'm looking at this and it makes it more impressive. It was at Illinois and you won that game.
Oh, right? You're freezing up.
I'm freezing up. You're freezing up.
Oh, my bad. I don't know what it is. I guess my Wi-Fi is bad.
It may be both of us, but
sorry.
Nebraska is ranked 22nd in KenPom, and Illinois is all the way at 9 still.
Oh, wow.
So, but to win that game at Illinois, that's huge. So,
yeah. And Nebraska plays Michigan State in 2 days. So,
and Michigan State did not look good against Cornell the other night. No, they gave up 95 to Cornell or 97.
And they're known for their defense. I'll just say something real quick about that game. Nebraska's actually predicted 57.9% to win that game over.
Where is it?
I think it's at Nebraska.
If it's at Nebraska, I'm picking Nebraska.
Let me see.
I think it's at Nebraska.
I'm trying to pull
I'm pretty sure it is.
Pull the stadium up, but I can't figure it out. Pinnacle Bank Arena. It says buy Nebraska Cornhusker tickets, so I'm guessing it is.
Well, I don't know.
I really don't know their stadium. It doesn't really say.
That doesn't sound like Michigan State
Let me
though.
see.
Anyways, while he's looking that up, I'll move on to my
Yeah, it
second.
is.
Okay, at Nebraska. I'll move on to my second game. My game that I think is second game that I think was best. I guess you can only have one best, but these are some of the best games of the non-conference. Duke's in it again. Duke and Florida. Florida at
Another
Duke. It was a
another incredible
1-point game, just like Texas Tech Duke was. This one was 67-66. I said I like high scoring games. This was not very high scoring, but this was elite
Yeah.
basketball in this
This is
game.
more my type of game.
I mean, this was awesome. Duke was up by 12 in this game at half, and you're thinking Florida they just don't have it in them. They fought back. They even took the lead. Boogie Flynn was hitting some incredible shots down the stretch, kind of like Christian Anderson with Texas Tech. They were hitting some. He was really, really good in that game. Like I was like, man, Boogie Flynn looks awesome in this game.
Mhm.
Florida just kept fighting. Thomas Houck is always good. He was good in that game.
Yeah.
He had 24. I'm looking at here.
He's
Um,
I think it's between him and LeBaron Philon for SEC player of the
yeah,
year.
yeah. But just when Florida takes the lead at the end of the game, Duke goes right back down. And was it Sarr? I think was it Sarr or
No,
Foster or
no, it was Isaiah Evans.
Evans? I missed both of those. Evans
Yeah.
went down and hit a ginormous three, and he had been quiet like the whole game. And he went
Yeah,
down
that
and
was his only three made.
just hit this massive three with just a few seconds left in the game and, put him up by 1 point. I really thought Florida had the game. You said that. I think you said it like, hey, there goes Florida winning this game. And then Duke went down and hit
Yep,
this
I
huge three.
did.
Florida should have never let that happen, with giving that
No,
such a
no.
good look.
I think I even predicted Florida to win this game too.
I don't
I think
know.
it was an incredible game. We talked about it before already, but where they fell short was the offensive rebounds and the second chance points. They just didn't get enough. I mean, they had 20 to 11 offensive rebounds, and they just couldn't capitalize on those second chance points. But it was a really, really high level game.
Dude, they
And
out rebounded them big time. Florida
yes,
out rebounded Duke big time, and
yeah,
still was not able to capitalize and
not
win
able
that
to get the
game.
win.
But at Cameron Indoor, like that is a
Yeah,
tough place to play. And then when you're a defending national champion, they were ranked 15 in this game. Duke was ranked 4. That's a huge game. The crowd is going nuts. And,
yeah,
for them to crawl back in that game, Florida, I thought was impressive in that environment. And to almost get the win was really, really impressive. But a big shot there at the end Florida hit a big shot. Then Duke went down and responded. That's the type of thing that's like huge game, like great game when you have
yeah.
big shots back and forth. So,
This is random, but Georgia Tech is up 43 to 39 at halftime against Duke.
dude, come on, Georgia Tech. Love
Yeah,
to
for
see
real.
it.
That would be awesome.
Love to see it.
Oh my! Virginia Tech is in triple overtime.
Triple.
Triple overtime.
All right, best game of the conference season.
Holy cow!
Don't let me
I
mention.
have not watched that.
Let me mention one more game.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
We move on. This
Yes.
one's sort of under the radar, but Houston versus Syracuse in the Players Era Festival was a really awesome game. Syracuse is not even good. Like they have
No.
struggled mightily this season. And in this, they fought like at the end of the first half. I'm trying to look here at the score at the end of the first half. It was 37-34. What are you looking at, Dalton? Why your hand covering your face?
Syracuse lost to Hofstra 70 to 69.
Dude, they are not good. They're not good. And yet they put up a fight against Houston,
And beat Tennessee.
who I picked to go to, and they beat Tennessee. That's right. But I picked Houston to go win the championship, and I'm not feeling great about that.
Oh man.
But man, like this game, Houston and Syracuse were close in the first half. Well, then Houston built up like a double-digit lead with like I want to say like a few minutes to go. I got to look this up right here.
I have it right here. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, so they were up 54-65 with 4:36 left to go. And even even 56-66 with 3 minutes to go. They're up by 10. So, like, okay, not an
Yeah.
insurmountable lead, but it's probably not going to happen. And Syracuse just kept fighting. That's a theme for these games of mine that I've picked is
Mhm.
these teams just keep fighting. But this one was in particular a more amazing comeback because of how little time they had against a defensive juggernaut in Houston. And
Yeah.
they fought back. They kept going. They kept going. And, you know, they got it to OT. Ultimately, they lost in OT by 4.
Mhm.
But the fact that they were able to get it there, in the first place was huge. But Houston took a 5-point lead in OT, and it was pretty much done at that point. But I thought that was a really great game. And again, Syracuse was hitting some huge shots down the stretch to inch back in the game. And Houston missing some free throws, I believe, if I remember correctly, was part of it. Yeah, Houston went 19 of 27 from the free throw line. But listen to this: Syracuse went 12 of 29, 41% from the free
Woo.
throw line.
Man,
So
their center,
terrible.
William Kyle, horrible free throw
Yeah,
shooter.
terrible free throw
Horrible.
shooter. So
What a horrible, ugly shot too. But man, that was a great game too. That was a lot of fun. The Players Era Festival was so good this year, but
yeah,
we had our complaints, but it was really fun.
the best game of all though was Michigan versus Gonzaga in the Players Era. They won by 40. Michigan beat Gonzaga. Oh man, Gonzaga got embarrassed.
Oh my, yeah, that game was bad.
They only
Michigan
beat
had
San Diego the other night by like 4 or 5.
who?
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga?
Gonzaga beat
Wow.
San Diego by like 5.
Yeah, I mean they're
So
good, but they're just like it's so up and down. It seems
yeah, it's
it's
weird.
really weird.
But
Um,
hey, there were some great
yeah,
non-conference games this season. There were some really, really good non-conference games. Let us know which ones we missed in the comments. Let us know your favorite games. What you
yes,
think are the best games. What
yeah.
we're
Tell
gonna do
us your
now
favorite
is
ones.
what?
I was just saying, tell us your favorite ones,
Yeah,
and we'd love to hear from y'all because there were so many other games that we can't touch on just for time as well because
yeah,
there were so many other great games like we already
a
said.
lot of great games. So,
Yeah, go
all
ahead,
right.
man.
Next segment here, what we want to do is look now at bold predictions for conference play. So I will say there actually are some more non-conference games. Like for example, um, Duke is playing Michigan in the middle of conference
Yeah,
play, and we already talked about that. But for the most part, it's just conference games from here on out until the NCAA tournament. Like that's where we're at. Non-con is over. We're now into conference play. And so we're going to have some bold predictions here for conference play. And what we're talking about with bold predictions is like predictions for the conference season that like are pretty out there, but could possibly happen. Like
mhm,
things that like are, you wouldn't expect, but they possibly could happen. Hence being bold, right? We want to go
yeah,
out there with these picks. Something that is probably not as likely to happen, but certainly could happen. So, bold predictions, Dalton. Do you have any bold predictions for conference play? I've got
yeah.
2.
I think I have two as well. One of them I'm not sure would be as bold as another one, but my biggest one is Nebraska. I have Nebraska
You love Nebraska now.
winning the Big Ten regular
Nebraska
season.
winning the Big Ten.
They
Holy
win the
cow!
Big Ten regular
You talk
season.
about bold right off the bat.
That's my boldest one because like they did against Illinois. I think they could beat anybody personally. It's hard to stop a team who shoots 46% from three. But they
Yeah.
don't. I'm not saying they're not going to win the Big Ten tournament. I think another team will win the Big Ten tournament, but I think Nebraska wins the Big Ten regular season, and
So,
that's my biggest bold prediction.
all right. On a scale of, if I had to rank that on a scale of 1 to 10, like 10 being as bold gets, and 1 being like that's not bold at all, I've got to put that at like a 9.5.
Has to be at least that.
It's got
Has
to
to
be a
be definitely.
9.5 just because you've got to. Okay, you did beat Illinois. That's fine. If there was a rematch, that's a toss up game.
Hmm.
You still have to beat Michigan State, which you're about to possibly do. But then you've got to beat Purdue and Michigan. And I just don't see that happening. Like Purdue and Michigan, I
Hey,
I don't know about that. But hey, I like it. This is what we're talking about with bold picks, man. Like
I'm
this is
rocking
what
with it.
this is it. So
Should we offer something up if they predict something? Like I don't have anything off
Ooh,
the top of my head. Like offer something for the people if they do a bold prediction and it hits.
we'll think of something. Yeah.
Okay.
Send us your bold predictions, and if it hits, well, it's got to be like Josh Pate. Josh Pate says if it's a
Yeah.
9.5 or higher,
Yes.
then
I
we
think we'll do
will.
a 9. I think we'll do a 9
Okay,
instead
we'll
of a
do a
9.5.
9. If it's a
Yeah.
9 or higher, then we'll get you something like a gift card or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll agree to that.
Yeah.
So and that's pretty bold. But hey, Nebraska, they've shown they're a solid team. But Big Ten is a pretty solid conference, so that's gonna be tough. So
Yeah, I agree. I
any other
agree.
thoughts on that?
Uh,
Wait,
I just think Nebraska's a really good team. I really like the way they play. That their style of basketball is what I really love to watch. Take care of the ball. Like that's why I used to love watching Wisconsin play because they took care of the ball so well and
yeah,
every player could shoot the three. And they didn't, but it's not like I heard someone recently talking, I can't remember who it was. I think it was just somebody behind like in person, not like on the TV. And they were saying how basketball has like gotten ruined, especially AAU, because these players they're paid. Even the high school players are paid now, and if they don't get what they want, they just go find a new coach.
high
But
school
it's not
players
really
are
that.
paid.
Some players, like on the
Oh,
higher level, yes.
okay.
Especially on an AAU team, if you're coach, if
Oh,
you're not really
okay, yeah.
yeah, on an AAU team, if you're not coaching, which they don't really coach, they're like, okay, we're gonna coach you up, we're gonna make you do this. They can just leave and go to another coach who'll make them do
Right.
whatever they want.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but that means there's no defense, no one taking care of the ball. Nebraska, they play good defense, they take care of the ball, they shoot the ball well. I'm a big fan of their team. My
Well,
next one,
hold
my
on.
next one.
Before you move
Oh, go ahead.
on, listen to this stretch. You play at Michigan January 27th. Then you play Illinois at home. So maybe a revenge spot for Illinois.
Yeah,
Rutgers, I think you can handle at Rutgers, but then you play Purdue at home February 10th. So that in the span of 4 games, you're playing number 2, number 20, and number 5. And then
yeah,
you have to play a couple other ranked teams. It gets a little bit easier, but you play Iowa twice, they're ranked 25th, and then you play USC ranked 24th. I think you can handle both of those games, but that 4-game stretch right there in the middle when you play 3, top 20 teams, that's going to be the defining part. And you also, again, you play Michigan State in a couple days, number 9. So I could, I don't see it personally, but I like it.
yeah. It's possible.
Yeah.
My
So
other one, I'd probably give it like this is just my personal opinion. I'd probably give it like a 5 or a 6 on the boldness scale, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a 7. But mine is the second one I only have 2 as well. Is that Florida will win the SEC regular season, but Vandy wins the SEC tournament.
okay, yeah, I don't think that's as bold as the
Yeah,
Nebraska one because
it's
especially because the
not.
Florida part. I think the more bold part is the Vandy part.
Yeah,
I
I, I
still
would I would
have
agree with that.
reservations about Vandy, but go
Yeah,
ahead on your thoughts.
the only reason why is that it's because Vandy has not played an incredible slate yet, but
No,
they beat St. Mary's, handled St. Mary's. They
they
beat
destroyed them.
SMU. Well, they killed SMU as well, and beat beat some other solid teams. I mean, UCF's usually not a slouch. They scored 105 against UCF. I mean, they're not a great team, but they're usually not like horrible. But they don't really have any like high quality wins yet. They beat Memphis recently. They beat Wake Forest,
I'm
but
skeptical.
they they play South Carolina on the 3rd, which South Carolina is not good. But then they play Bama Wednesday, January 7th at 8 p.m.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good one.
and then
That's a pretty good
in
one.
a few weeks they go Florida, Arkansas back to back. They go Florida, Arkansas in a couple weeks,
That's a tough
January
stretch.
17th and January 20th. So we'll really see what they're thinking. We'll really see what they're made of. Again, bold predictions for a reason. I think Florida winning the SEC regular season is not like anything crazy, like you said.
No.
But Vandy winning the SEC tournament is a little bit out there. I would agree, but I did it for a reason. So we're
Yeah.
gonna rock with it, and we're gonna rock with it. And if they do it, awesome. I have nothing against Vandy. I only have something against Diego Pavia. So
Well, they lost today to
yeah,
Iowa in football, so
yeah, I was
thank
kind of annoyed by that
thanks,
just because
Vandy.
yeah, because I'm a Big Ten hater. So for all those Big Ten fans out there, I'm a hater.
Dude, these Big Ten
But
homers, man.
yeah,
Um,
they think their teams are just incredible.
so I if I had to rate that on a boldness scale, I'd probably rank it about the same, like probably like a 7. I put
Yeah,
a 7 on it just because you have
yeah,
2 predictions there.
yeah,
Winning a conference is hard no matter what conference you're in, and then winning a conference tournament is hard no matter what conference you're in. So both of those back to back, I think makes it a 7, but because it's Florida,
yeah.
like I could see them winning the SEC.
Oh yeah, me too. I just I don't think any team really matches up well with them. Like I think who are we gonna say the best team in the SEC is right now for real? Would we say it's Bama? Even though Vandy's ranked higher,
I don't know, man.
Bama does not match up with Florida well at all.
I'd probably still say Florida, honestly,
That's what I'm saying.
or
So it's
Arkansas.
like, yeah, Arkansas probably matches up the best with them. So
Um,
we'll see what happens. But I would agree. It's probably like a 7 or so. So what are yours?
okay, this first one, man, I think it's gonna make you laugh. Okay,
Oh my.
we we have dogged this team
Oh
all. You already
no.
know what I'm saying. We've dogged this team a ton, and rightfully so, I think. But I am predicting Kentucky to win the SEC regular season
Oh,
title by
oh
by a
my.
game. And I'm not so what I mean by that is there's not going to be a tiebreaker like they finish with the same record and Kentucky gets it by way of tiebreaker. It's going to be Kentucky has like a full 1 game win over the second place team. Like so if Kentucky goes, 11-5, then Florida goes 10-6, so they've got a whole game over whatever it is, whoever it
Oh
is.
no.
We have dogged Kentucky. We have dogged Kentucky, and rightfully so. Like I said,
Uh,
they have not
I yes.
they have not been good, but here's what I
No.
think. I don't think the SEC is as good as last year. I think it's wide open this year for pretty much
Mhm.
anybody, at the top end to win this thing. Secondly, they are getting healthy and they have shown signs of improvement by being healthy. Now, please do not misunderstand what I'm saying, people. I do not think that this makes Kentucky a Final Four contender. I just think the SEC, they're going to beat up on each other and it's going to be so wild. I would be shocked if the winner of the SEC had less than 5 losses. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I could see the winner legitimately being 11-5 or,
Oh yeah.
12-4 at best. I think it's 16 conference games. It may be 18,
Let me see. I can count for you real quick.
but you get what I'm saying. I think it's 16 games. So
18.
18. Okay,
Because
18.
they play people. You play people twice.
Yeah. Okay. So I could legitimately see, the winner of the SEC probably changing that to be like 12-6 or 13-5,
Yeah.
but just because of how this league is this year, there's not like an elite team. They're all there's a lot of at the top who are just solid teams. But I think Kentucky they have the roster and the pieces there to be really good. So banking on that, I got to bank on Otega Owe just kind of crawling back
Oh
to his
yeah.
last year self, and these Jalen Lowe and Jaden Quaintance to just be absolute dogs. That's pretty much
Uh,
what I'm going at here. Tell
yeah.
me,
My bad. I wasn't trying to interrupt you.
yeah, you better not.
I was gonna give you my boldness scale on
All
that.
right,
I think I just got to go with a 10. Honestly, just straight
10.
up a 10. A 10.
What? Okay, so
Because
what are you giving me if I hit on that?
what am I get? I don't know. I'll buy
I'm
you.
kidding. I'm
I'll
kidding.
get you. If you hit on that, well then I'll
Shake
the
your head.
regular season will be over by then. I was gonna say I'll take you to a Bama game of your choice, but we wouldn't know.
It's fine. We'll figure it out later. But
I'll take you to a Bama football
why
game next
why a
year.
10?
Why a 10? Because I think Kentucky is garbage.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
I don't think I just don't think that they're good at all. Like like let's just look at their wins real quick. They've beaten St. John's and Indiana. And then after that, their next best win is Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech.
Hey, but hey, go back to our episode several weeks ago. We were talking about they could possibly lose both Indiana and St. John's.
We did. We
And
did.
so we were talking about them having 0 wins against like Power 4 opponents, and they picked up 2. And
Yeah.
those are not great wins. They are good wins. They're good wins, but not great.
Yeah. Yes, they
Um,
are. I'll say
listen,
they're good
Dalton,
wins. They
I
are.
would not be shocked if they beat Alabama on Saturday at Alabama. I would not be.
I would be shocked.
I
I
love
would personally.
I love I'm not going to pick Kentucky. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be shocked if they did. Alabama has shown
Yeah, I would.
they've shown an inclination or a propensity, I guess is the better word, to be bad at home against better teams. You know that's true. They are bad
It
at
is.
home against
It
better
is.
teams. So I would not be shocked if they beat Alabama. They're going to beat one of these top teams or multiple of them. Florida, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Alabama. They're going to beat multiple of these teams. Auburn,
Yeah,
whatever.
you're probably right.
So
I just don't think they have it in them. I just don't think they're solid enough to. I think the SEC, even though the SEC is not as good as last year, I don't think it is that bad.
No.
I don't think it's bad enough.
But listen to their schedule here. Okay. You've got Alabama.
I was looking at it.
Alabama's a losable game, obviously. I think you can beat Missouri, Mississippi State, and LSU back to back to back. Then at Tennessee, that's a tough game.
Yeah.
But I think you can handle Texas, Mississippi, Ole Miss, Vanderbilt. And at Vanderbilt, at Arkansas is a tough back to back. You're going to beat Oklahoma, then against Tennessee, at Florida is a tough one. You know, I don't know.
See, like you're saying they'll win 3 games in a row. Missouri, Mississippi State, LSU. I could legitimately see them. This is just hypothetical. I could see them losing 5 games in a row. Vandy, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Florida. I could see that. I'm so serious because I just don't think Kentucky is good. I do not think Kentucky is good at all. And until they show me otherwise, like if they beat Alabama this Saturday, maybe I'll change my mind immediately. But
I am predicting their record in the SEC to be I'm debating between 12-6 and 13-5. I'm gonna say 13-5. They're losing 5 SEC games.
I'm gonna say 10-8.
Okay, we'll see. And that's my bold
prediction. I'll go 11-7. 11-7.
Okay.
I'll do 1 game less than you.
No.
11-7. You said 13-5.
That's 2.
Okay, you did. My bad. I was asking. I was kind of a question mark because I wasn't sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going 11-7.
All right. Let's see if we can move on to this next thing. I'm sorry, I was getting a warning sign on YouTube here, Dalton, but I guess it's working.
Let me go look quick.
My second bold prediction, Dalton, and this one, I think this one's more bold than the Kentucky one. Let's see if we can move on to this. I can hear our stream. Dalton, you have to turn the sound off, dude. What in the world are you doing?
My bad. My fault.
Oh my goodness.
My bad, guys.
Bro. Oh, okay. All right. Here's a good endpoint right here. All right.
Yeah.
Second bold.
Wait, no, I have something else. I have something else we need to touch on for a second.
For Kentucky?
No. Oh, my bad. You're talking about Kentucky. I thought you were talking about for the whole show.
No. I'm moving on to my second bold prediction. Don't snap into it, buddy. Snap into it. Okay.
I know. I'm lost right now.
All right. Bold prediction number 2 for me. Houston, who I picked to go win the championship, will finish outside the top 5 of the Big 12. So
wow,
I am predicting. Let me go back. I had these pulled up, but I am predicting them to finish behind all of these. Oh no, this is football. It's not. Well, I guess it could be the same, but
I have it right here. But
let me get to it real quick. I had it pulled up. I don't know what I did to it. Okay, so I'm predicting them to finish behind Arizona, Iowa State, BYU, Kansas, and Texas Tech. So those five teams, and then Houston.
I think that is a possibility, but that is still really, really bold. I'd probably give that a 9, or a 9.5. I don't know if I'd quite give it a 10 just because I'm not as high on Houston this year, but What are your reasons behind that? I'm just curious. What's your thoughts?
Well, I've seen them in these games. Like, okay, so the other night they played. Who did they? I just clicked Utah, not Houston. They kind of have a similar-ish logo, and it's super small here. Um, Houston played the other night against Middle Tennessee State, I believe it was. I'm looking this up here. Yeah, and they won 69-60.
Oh,
Okay. It was 33-28 at half. You only won by 5. It was 36-32 in the second half. Only won by 4 in the second half. I don't think Middle Tennessee State's a great team. Like, they're 7-5. You know, it's not a good
yeah,
team. Syracuse, you went to OT with Syracuse. That's not a good team. Auburn has
no,
gotten shellacked by 3 teams now, beat them by 28 plus, and you beat them by 1 point because they can't hit a bucket at the end of the game 3 times.
yeah, that's true.
Okay. So their performance is inconsistent. On the other hand, they whooped up on Arkansas. They handled Arkansas, who I think is actually a pretty solid team. They have some solid wins, but like they've shown this tendency to have these bad games. And I still think a lot of it is their offense is just not great. I thought they were going to take a leap with Kingston Flemings and Chris Sinak. They're just not a great offensive team. I mean, they're good. I think they're better, but like I'm trying to like. So, for example, Houston's 12 this year, by the way, in KenPom. Their offensive rating is 20, defensive rating is 9. In the last several years, their team has never been out of the top 5 in KenPom just because of how strong they are on defense and having a good enough offense. Like their defensive rating is at 9, which is really good, but they're typically at 1 or 2. And offense is at 20, and that's not, that's
Yeah,
solid, but not good enough. So because
that's
of that,
surprising.
what 20 on all? You think it's too low or too high?
No. They're no. It's just surprising that they're that low in KenPom in general. But
Yeah,
I think 20 is honestly a little gracious. A little bit.
yeah. So with all that being said, I still think Houston can make a run just because of their defense. When they need to ratchet it up, they can, and they can be
Hmm.
a hard team to beat, just their pace of play and stuff like that. But when you look at the Big 12, man, that is a gauntlet. We have talked about the Big 12 being the best conference, and there's no doubt that they are. There's no doubt. Iowa State, BYU, Arizona, the best team in the country, in my opinion. Texas Tech can just beat Duke. All of those teams can beat Houston. Not saying they will.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I guess I am with my prediction, but that is going to be, dude, that is going to be an entertaining conference race, like, and a very big conference race. I'm really excited to see who's going to pull that out. I'm picking Iowa State, my dark horse team, baby, showing up big time.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm gonna
anyways,
pick.
any thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's you gave some really solid reasons. I'm really not high on Houston this year. I think this is probably one of the worst Houston teams in a while. I mean, like I don't remember Houston like just struggling this bad on offense. And I mean, like, they've always been kind of like hit or miss. I think last year was probably his best team in a while, and that's why they made it to the championship game.
I don't know, man. When
But
they had Sasser,
oh yeah,
they
but they
underperformed in the tournament.
did they even make it? Did they even make it to the Final
They
Four
made a
that
Final
year?
Four one against Baylor that one year and lost, got
Oh,
whooped by Baylor.
yeah,
When
Baylor was
Baylor
just
won
too
it,
good that
they
year.
were so nasty.
2021, they were so good that year. Yeah, I could totally see it. I don't think it will happen because I don't think Texas Tech is quite up to the task to be in the top 5.
Uh-oh. You froze up on
But
me,
I
Dalton.
honestly probably think Houston is going to finish around that 3 number. Uh-oh.
Dalton, you're
Are you
going out.
good?
You're going out, bud.
Uh-oh, you froze. Oh, you're going out too on my end.
Uh-oh. Guys, sorry, we're
I
having
don't know what's happening.
some technical
We
difficulties.
good?
Yeah, I think you went out a couple times. So
Oh, you went out on my end. So I don't know what's happening.
sorry.
I guess there's too much things on the Wi-Fi right now. Anyways, I think, like I just said, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Houston will probably finish around that 3 number. I'm going to pick BYU to win it. Actually, no, I'm going to pick Iowa State to win it as well. I'm going to pick BYU to finish 2 and then Houston at 3. That's my guess.
Okay.
But
That's
I have
fair.
one thing we need to address. Unless you have anything else.
I do have
We
something
want to talk about
else,
some games
actually.
coming up on Saturday.
What?
Okay, this might be what you're talking about. You have something else to talk about as well? Another
No,
prediction or?
2 games on Saturday we need to talk about.
Yes, yes. This is before we get to that, I think we should talk about this. I mean, you've probably heard about it. James
Oh, I
Najee,
forgot. Yeah.
who was the 31st overall pick in the 2023 draft, is now coming back to college to play for Baylor. So look, it says he never played in the NBA. He never played in the NBA game after being selected by the Detroit Pistons and having his rights. I'm reading this, having his rights traded to Charlotte and then later to the New York Knicks. Najee had been previously with FC Barcelona since 2020. I personally think this is ridiculous. I think it's so stupid. Scott Drew tried to defend while saying that 2 G League players came to colleges in the fall. Like they were in the G League and they came to college. I think that's a lot different. Like if you decide to go to the G League first and then you go to college, I think it's different. I still think it shouldn't happen. I just think it's a lot different. But he said he also says there's multiple international players who went through the NBA draft process but were ultimately not selected. Okay, just because you weren't selected, that's different. That's another big difference there. You weren't
This
even
dude was
drafted.
picked.
Yes, this guy was picked.
Yeah.
UConn Dan Hurley. I'm not going to say some of the words that he said because it's profanity and I don't cuss. We don't curse. Family friendly.
Yeah.
But it says Santa Claus is delivering mid-season acquisitions. This crap is crazy. And I
don't get this, man. This is weird. I don't think this guy should be able to play. Like you got drafted, and I don't care if you didn't step on the court. You know, if you got drafted into the NBA, you should not be able to play. You know, you should not be able to come back down. If you test out the waters and you come back, okay, whatever. Like you didn't get drafted, okay, or you decided to withdraw your name from the draft, okay, fine. Like if you stay in the draft and you get drafted, no.
Yeah, you should
I
not
don't
be
know
able
what
to
the
come back.
NCAA is thinking on this. I meant to read up on this story because you sent it to me, and I'll confess I did not. So I don't know all the ins and outs, but maybe we can touch on that a little bit next time. But this sounds ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I'll read some other things that Mark Few said. He said, we really don't have any organizational or any real rules right now. I think guys are just trying to do whatever they can. Until there's a rule that says you can't do it, it's hard to blame anybody for doing what they're doing. Our lack of leadership has really shown. And I agree.
100%. The NCAA is a joke. It is a joke.
It's so bad right now on both ends, football and basketball. But I don't blame James Najee because you're not playing. You're getting money, but you're not playing at all. What's saying that 4 more years? You know, he got 4 years. He's granted 4 years at Baylor.
That is wild.
What says 4 years doesn't make him go from the 31st pick to the 10th pick? And now he's making millions and millions because he went back to play at Baylor. I think it's super stupid. I think it's dumb. I think this should be like they should make a case point and say, all right, this is never going to happen again after this guy. Because I don't know if you can say like, all right, dude, sorry, you're actually done.
I don't think so now, unless there's some type of investigation or appeal on his eligibility. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish they could. I think it's ridiculous, but we'll see what happens. We're going to see him make his debut soon. So
yeah,
I think we need to touch on it a little bit more later. But I think college basketball has. I think college sports in general have plummeted with all of this, like transfer portal, NIL. It's just not the same anymore.
And that's something we're going to touch on at some point. Is like the state of college basketball with NIL and transfer portal and where we think it's headed. I don't love the way it's headed right now either, but this is the world we live in, and we've got to, it's still fun. It doesn't ruin it to me, but I mean, it does kind of detract from it a little bit. So let's move on. 2 big games in the SEC. These are the 2 biggest games, I think, of Saturday. There's other good games, but let's just touch on these two games, and I'll give you your pick of which one you like best. Kentucky at Alabama or Tennessee at Arkansas. That's a big game.
Yeah, I think naturally we would go with Alabama, but I think Tennessee at Arkansas is a little more intriguing for me personally because I'm not really like I
I
said.
agree.
I'm not high on Kentucky at all. You might be a little bit higher on them than I am because of what your bold prediction, or maybe you're just saying that. I'm not sure, but
No comment.
I don't think Kentucky will get it done at Alabama. I think Alabama beats them by 10 plus, and if they don't, whatever, I still think they win. I think Alabama's a much better team, but Tennessee at Arkansas. I think this is going to be a really, really high level game. Good defense versus great offense, pretty much. Let me go ahead and here's some things. Tennessee is scoring 83, well, pretty much 84 points a game. Arkansas is scoring 91, so almost a 10-point differential. But here's a bigger gap. Tennessee only allows 64 points per game, while Arkansas allows 75. So it's 11-point gap between defenses.
Yeah.
Tennessee rebounds 44 rebounds per game. Arkansas only gets 38. That's actually a pretty big difference overall, especially let's just say all 6 of those rebounds are offensive rebounds. That can make a really big difference in the game.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty similar. Steals are about the exact same, pretty much 8 apiece. I think I'm gonna go with Arkansas. I'm gonna go with Arkansas because of their offensive ability and because of the inconsistencies that Tennessee has shown so far. I mean, their 3 losses, Kansas, Syracuse, Illinois, all 3 in a row. I think Arkansas is better. Their offense is better than Kansas, definitely better than Syracuse, and I think it's better than Illinois.
Oh, I don't know. That's close.
I do personally. I think
that's close.
Darius Acuff will probably be SEC Freshman of the Year. I don't think it's even
probably.
close. Yeah, it's not even close. He's incredible. Somehow John Calipari, I don't know how he does it. He continues to recruit incredible guards, even though he's at Arkansas. Because who really wants to live in Jonesboro? Sorry for the people out there in Jonesboro, but that's just not a place that would be like, you know what? I really want to end up in Jonesboro, Arkansas. But Darius Acuff Jr., an incredible player. I think it's going to be a really great game. I'm surprised ESPN has a 55.1% chance to win. Tennessee does over Arkansas.
Ooh.
I'm really surprised by that.
It's probably power ratings because, like, on KenPom, Tennessee's ranked 14th and Arkansas is ranked 28th. So they're double up on them in KenPom, and it's really because Arkansas's defensive rating is abysmal. They're 60.
Yeah, it's bad.
They could not defend Houston to save their lives the other day.
Yeah.
So
but I just don't think that Tennessee is that good at scoring the ball because I mean they rely so much on Jacoby Gillespie, and they rely on their defense to win them games. A lot like Houston. I mean,
Yeah.
Nate Ament has not come into himself yet.
No.
I mean, he's just not that solid. Let me look at his stats real quick. He's averaging more than I thought. He's averaging 15 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, and 3 assists per game. That's actually not terrible.
No,
it's not terrible, but
not as good as some of these other freshmen.
Yeah. In the last 4 games, he's had 16, 8, 13, 9.
Yeah,
and the 16 came against South Carolina State. So
great team.
Yeah.
They're 1-12 or 1-14.
Yeah, I don't think Tennessee is like that great. I had them as my surprise of the year because I thought they were going to be even worse. They did beat Louisville, but Louisville was missing Mikael Brown Jr. So give me Arkansas in a close one.
I'm going to take Arkansas too. And I think they have the best player on the court in Darius Acuff, a freshman. I really do. I think he is so good. I've been so impressed with him all season long. I do think he's the SEC Freshman of the Year come season end. Great player. It's at Arkansas. If this was at Tennessee, I think I'd pick Tennessee actually. But
I would.
Since it's at Arkansas, I'm going to pick them to win this game. And I think they'll get just enough stops on Tennessee to win this game. I think it's going to be really close. But Arkansas pulls it out. And you already chronicled everything well here, but I think this is going to be a really good game. This is a great game to start out with on the SEC slate. Like, big game. This number 19 versus 18. So 2 top 20 teams here going at it. right off the bat in SEC play. I don't know. Tennessee has been they've been so up and down, like you
Mhm.
beat Houston, then you go lose to Syracuse, and
Syracuse.
then you lose to Kansas without Darren Peterson, and you lose to Illinois. I mean, they've just kind of had a weird season, and their
Yeah.
offense continues to be something that's just not great. Although they're better,
Mhm.
it's not great. I thought they were going to make the jump with Nate Ament and
Yeah.
Gillespie, and I'll be honest, on Ken Palm, they're 34th in offense. That's not great.
No.
But it's honestly kind of better than what I thought. But 34 is not good. They're 12 on
It's not good at
defense.
all.
So I think Arkansas just being home court and having the best player on the court, I think they're going to win this game. So
Yeah.
as far as Kentucky, Alabama goes, this is going to be another really, really high level game. Kentucky's not ranked, but they're right there, close to the rankings again after winning a couple games.
Let me see how many votes they got.
I don't know, but they're close.
We got 78 votes.
Okay.
To Iowa's 79.
Okay, so they're right there. This is like pretty much a borderline top 25 matchup. Alabama's 16 in Ken Palm. And I'm trying to find Kentucky. Kentucky's 20. I mean, he's right there in front of me.
Yeah.
Kentucky, so like we've talked about Kentucky struggled all season long, right? They have just been underwhelming this season. They were like Final Four picks by a lot of people. They've just been average, and they haven't had a breakthrough win. This could be a breakthrough win for them.
It could be.
They're getting healthy. They've got a few strings of wins here, and I think they're coming into the game with probably the most confidence they've had since the start of the season.
Yeah,
So
probably.
I think I said this earlier, I would not be shocked if they beat Alabama. However, I'm going to take Alabama in this game because, again, I think they're going to have I take that back. I don't know if LeBaron Feiland Jr. is playing. I haven't looked at his status. He was injured the other night. If he's not playing, I'm 100% picking Kentucky.
If he's not playing, I'll probably pick Kentucky too, honestly.
But if LeBaron Feiland plays, I think the fact that Kentucky is still kind of, they're actually, I am shocked on defense in Ken Palm. Would you guess their ranking?
Defense, Kentucky?
Yeah.
Or Alabama?
Kentucky.
Kentucky's defense, probably, I don't know, 26th.
Okay, that's actually really close. They're 23rd. I didn't think they'd be that high. I think they're going to struggle with these guards. These guards have been playing really well. Like Aiden Holloway played really well. Latrell Wrightsell has been playing really good. Even Jaleel Bethia now healthy. He had a really nice game the other night. I think with the combination of all of these guards, if LeBaron Feiland Jr. plays, is going to overwhelm them. Their talent and just sheer shooting ability, I think, is going to overwhelm Kentucky and be the difference in this game. I mean, that's the difference pretty much in any game with Alabama is the guard play. So give me Alabama in this game in a high-scoring game. These teams always play high-scoring games, I feel like. So, anyways, Dalton, what are your thoughts?
First of all, the internet says that LeBaron Feiland is playing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm lagging.
Yeah, you're lagging big time, bud.
I'm lagging back. Yeah. That's what it says online. Hopefully that's the case, because if not, Alabama is in trouble.
Yes.
LeBaron Feiland is the leading scorer in the SEC with 22 points per game and is 8th overall.
He's a dog, dude. He's been so good this year.
Shooting 55%.
He's been so good.
Man, I mean, he has been, to me, nothing against anyone else. I think he's been SEC Player of the Year. I'm not just trying to be a homer.
Yeah, that's not even close, I don't think.
Here is some big gaps again. 95 points per game for Alabama to 85 for Kentucky. I think 10 points is a really big gap per game. But 68 points per game against. Like, Kentucky only allows 68 points per game, and Alabama allows 82.
Alabama's defense is atrocious, so I do worry about that too.
Man, it is so bad. Everything else is really close. The only thing that's like a kind of differential is blocks. Alabama averages 7. Kentucky averages 5, but it's not
that
like
doesn't
that's
mean
not gonna.
anything.
Yeah, that doesn't really mean anything. That's not really going to come down. It's not going to come down to who has more blocks. But I'm going to take Alabama especially being at home. I know they play worse at home for some reason, but I still think that being at home is a what's the word? What was the word I'm looking for?
Advantage.
Advantage. Thank you. I don't know. My mind is just gone. But I think it's an advantage no matter what, even if you play a little bit worse at home, because this is the first SEC game. Kentucky in the years. I mean, if we were to look at the record, Kentucky's record versus Alabama basketball is probably overwhelming because Alabama just has not been the pinnacle of basketball, or hasn't been nearly as good as they have been in the past couple of years. So I really think, like you said, Alabama's guards are going to be the difference here. Even with Kentucky being healthy, I still think Alabama's guards are just too good.
Yeah.
And Amari Allen also,
great player,
coming into his own, averaging. I mean, he's not doing incredible, but he's averaging the most rebounds per game at 7.2 and 11 points per game. So like
he's been really, really impressive. And I think London Jemison may be coming back too. Their depth is impressive. I think they're more deep than Kentucky is. So I think Alabama's going to win this game. I think it's going to be really close, though. I don't think it's going to be a 10-point win. I think I could see like Bama winning by like 5 or 6.
Yeah, so, I think Alabama takes care of business. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, like you said, and I'm gonna stick with my 10-point. I said 10 points. I'm gonna stick with it. 10 points plus.
That's fair.
So,
all right. Well, that's a wrap on this show, man. That was a good show. Again, give us your bold predictions for the non-con. Give us your favorite games. What are your thoughts about any of these games we just talked about? Really appreciate it. We'll probably start getting back into doing 2 episodes a week next week. Don't you think, Dalton? Because conference is going to be in the full swing. We'll have a lot to react to and talk about. So be on the lookout. And also, I want to keep reminding people, please check us out on podcast. You can listen to us when you're driving down the road or when you're running, put your headphones in, whatever. Give us a listen. Go like, rate, subscribe on podcast as well. Thank you. Happy New Year and God bless.
Thanks, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope you got everything you wanted from Santa this year. I got some great gifts and just hoping for Alabama Final Four this year. So
we'll see. All right.